Gwisin Vest. This is an exotic chest piece to the Hunter class. It's directly applicable to the new Nightstalker super, Spectral Blades. Now let me go ahead and back up real quick. I made a promise, no, a vow, that if I ever stepped into PvP and played Nightstalker, that I would delete my Twitch channel. Luckily for me, I was actually on Carol's account last night whenever this bad boy dropped. So thank you, Carol, for your RNG. So let's talk about this exotic and what's happening here. It comes with the perk Roving Assassin. Each Spectral Blades kill you make before going into stealth will restore more of your super energy. Now, Spectral Blades has two different attacks, your melee attack and your R2 attack. Now, your melee attack is just when your blade slashes, but your R2 attack, that does a backflip and a slash that also turns you invisible. So I loaded up into a lot of different public events last night and was just getting my super over and over again to test to see what was the best way to conserve super energy. So at first I thought, well, why don't I just run through there and just R2 everything I see? I'll keep going invisible after getting a kill. Shouldn't that refresh my super every single time? Actually, no. After trying this method out, I believe there is a small cooldown, guys. That way you can't just go in there and just spam R2 on everything you see and get your super back. Now, it doesn't mean you can't spam your R2 attack. It will refresh your super, but only every other kill. Plus, on top of that, spamming R2 is not the best thing to do because it uses up way more of your super than your base melee attack. So the method I found, and again, this took me going back and looking at the footage and slowing things down to really see what was the best method. But the best way to conserve your super energy and make it last for an incredibly long time with this exotic is the first kill you get after popping your super needs to be your melee attack. And then, in order to do two things simultaneously, both get the kill and refresh your super, your second attack needs to be your R2. But only if an ad is in close enough proximity to justify that. If it's not, then you need an R2 right after you attack anyways to get your super back. Now, it's going to take some time getting used to, and this actually was not perfected in this gameplay, obviously. I was still trying to figure things out. But this method of staggering those attacks by doing your melee attack first and following up with an R2 afterwards, but simultaneously getting a kill with that R2 is going to really help you trim down on ads and simultaneously keep your super for extended periods of time. So guys, that is Gwisin Vest. Fellas, let me know in the comments below what you think of this exotic. Overall, I liked it. I liked how long it allowed me to keep my super whenever I was rocking Spectral Blades. I honestly think that the Spectral Blade super, at least the few times that I've already used it, runs out pretty quickly on its own. So this exotic is very much useful for this super. Well, fellas, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.